Welcome to another Drunk on Writing dissection. Today we're doing a little special spooky Halloween episode. Not so spooky, but hey, how you doing?
Very good.
Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite Halloween movies of all time that, unfortunately, I don't think really holds up that well.
I'd never seen it before, even as a kid.
That's going to be a weird cut right there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, let's start over.
Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite childhood Halloween movies, Hocus Pocus, which, Kim, you had never seen before.
Never saw it.
How do you have a childhood?
I don't know. It was not a movie that I ever watched growing up.
It's not really a guy movie, I don't think.
We watched more, like, Charlie Brown Halloween.
I don't think I've ever actually watched Charlie Brown Halloween.
It was always on, I think we just watched whatever was on TV.
Maybe we'll do that for next Halloween. We'll watch Charlie Brown Halloween. I've honestly never seen it.
I think it's on every year.
Does it take place continuity-wise before or after he gets that really crappy tree?
I think before.
Before? Halloween comes before Christmas?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Snoopy's in it?
Mm-hmm.
Woodstock?
The whole cast.
Cool. We'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
Back to Hocus Pocus. So, I used to watch this as a kid pretty much every year. I mean, I wasn't a kid. This came out in '93, so, we were 7 at the time.
Yeah.
But I look at it as a kid. And this is where I fell in love with Bette Midler. With her voice, with her acting, which is really kind of funny because it's not that good of a movie. She's not all that great in it. I'm definitely looking back on it with rose-colored glasses right now.
Yeah.
But it was there as a child. And I also have to say, I loved Sarah Jessica Parker. This was before Sex and the City. And I know you had some stuff to say about Sarah Jessica Parker in this movie.
Well, I mean, the costumes.
The costume was great.
It was an interesting pick for a kids movie.
So what did you think of the movie? Coming into it, clean slate after all these years.
See, and I can't tell you what I would have thought as a kid watching this, because I'm looking at it totally different, but my original reaction was, wow, this is dark. The first, what
was dark about it?
The first 10 minutes, spoilers.
The movie is 24 years old.
I'm just saying.
It's a quarter of a century next year. I think we're past the limits on spoilers.
I'm just saying, the first 10 minutes...
They all die.
No, they kill a little girl.
Yeah, but
That's
it was... a little
dark.
It's not like it was a Saw movie. They just sucked the soul out of her until she just went, Nyeh.
Well, you start off with a pretty old school way of thinking, like the Christian way of thinking, right? Witches are bad, witches,
Right, it was very harkening back to Salem witch trials and all that stuff.
Very, it starts out very historical and kind of portrays the frame of mind back then. And that's when they kill the kid. And then they condemn this boy who's trying to save his sister to a lifetime of being a cat and never being able to die, no matter how, he gets hit by a car, falls out of a huge tree, he cannot die.
Now, originally, we were going to watch Hocus Pocus and have it be a drinking game. And one of my rules, which after watching the movie, I don't think it would have been that effective of a rule, was have a drink every time the cat dies.
I think it died once.
Well, yeah, he only died once or twice, so it wasn't that big of a deal. What did he get? Thrown against the grave at the end. Got flattened by the bus that one time, that was a great scene. Very harkening back to Darkman. I don't know which came first there. I don't even know if it was an homage, but that was a fun little spot. I should mention, before I get any further, this has been in frame for a while. This is a pumpkin Russian. So white Russian with pumpkin vodka and pumpkin Kahlua. Now, did you find it funny?
I thought it comical. It wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny, haha.
It wasn't funny. It was
funny, hee hee.
Yeah, it was comical. But I picked more up on themes watching it as an adult, like I thought Jay and Silent Bob, like the bullies.
You know,
like,
I actually tweeted at Kevin Smith the other day asking if there was some kind of inspiration there. But Hocus Pocus came out exactly 1 year before Clerks, which is where Jay and Silent Bob originated. So there was some overlap there. Yeah. There could have been some sort of tie together. But, you know, they had the one guy, Ice, the one bully.
Yeah.
He definitely spoke. He didn't have a beard. But they were definitely
some similarities there.
Yeah, they were related.
I mean, that was my first thought. Oh, is this supposed to...
And he was not nearly as smart as Silent Bob is.
Yeah. But, I mean, I thought, oh, this is where Jay and Silent Bob came from. That was my first thought when I saw
Kevin Smith, you did not reply. I'm expecting that reply. Maybe you didn't reply because I hit upon your dark secret. But it'd be nice if you could clarify for us. We'd appreciate it.
Hocus Pocus fan.
Yeah. You never know.
Hard.
He could be singing Bette Midler at home right this instant. I have the Beaches soundtrack. He probably has the Beaches soundtrack. He's probably over there singing Wind Beneath My Wings right now. Now, question for you. Did this feel like a movie that you would see in a movie theater, or did it feel like something that was made for TV?
I think back then I would have seen it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I think things have changed since '93. The type of movies they make today are different. I think back then, this wouldn't have been an event. You know, a family, like, let's go to the movies, grab some popcorn. Nowadays, that's a straight to TV movie.
Right?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen this in a while. It's been several years since I've actually seen it. I've seen bits and pieces here and there because it's on TV pretty much every Halloween. But sitting through it this time, it really did not hold up. And I watched it and I was like, this definitely feels like something that should have just been on the Disney Channel. I think if Bette Midler, if Sarah Jessica Parker were not in this, if they hadn't found a way to get them into this movie, this never would have been on screen.
I don't think it would be the cult classic that it is.
And funny enough, this movie was written originally for TV. It was meant to be a made-for-Disney television movie.
So, do you know what changed it?
I think they got Bette Midler. Oh. They got Bette Midler. I mean, if you have the star power of Bette Midler behind your movie, you're gonna put it on screen. This was after Beaches. This is when she was like at the top of her game.
Yeah.
She has a song in it that she sings, which is one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie. But there was supposed to be originally some star power, and I don't know if you know this, so I want to throw this at you. The main lead boy character, Max, who, sorry to the guy who played him, I don't know his name offhand, but wasn't exactly, an Academy Award winning performance. That was originally supposed to go to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Now, could you have seen Leonardo DiCaprio in this movie?
No.
Yeah, me either.
No.
No, he went off and did What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, which...
Yeah. Yeah, he's an actual actor. Yeah, good choice. Damn good choice. Oh, yeah.
Because I think he won awards for What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I'm positive he did. Oh, yeah. That was a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
So the third witch was originally supposed to be Rosie O'Donnell.
I could see that.
I can see that.
I could totally see that.
I can't see Leo. I can see her.
Yeah.
Totally. 100%.
I could see her, but I think the casting was...
No, she was good. That woman, I forget her name, she was also in Sister Act.
And she's been in other things. Yeah. I've seen her in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite character, though, the entire movie, can you guess who it is?
The girl.
Not the girl. No, Billy.
Oh.
Billy!
Well, and I said that. I said this because you have a brother.
I have a brother named Billy.
And you always scream his name like that.
Which, to be fair, I got that from my brother. I don't know where he got it.
He probably got it from Hocus Pocus.
He's a lot older than me. I don't expect him to be going to see Hocus Pocus and coming back years later and screaming Billy.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's...
I have to get him on the phone, and I have to ask him about this.
No, but... I mean, the second I heard that, I asked you. I'm like, is that where you got that from? And then you can attempt to do it.
Billy!
Yeah.
No,
you do that all the time.
Whenever he was on screen, he just stole the movie for me. When he pops out of the manhole and his little fingers get ripped off, or when he's in the cemetery later on and he cuts the things off his lips and he goes, hag.
I I liked his character though.
I loved him. He was so nice, and then he helped little Danny into the thing.
Yeah, he turned out to be a good guy.
Yeah, I like Danny. I liked Thackeray Binks, not Zachary, which I always thought it was Zachary my entire life. I thought it was Zachary Binks. Whose name is Thackeray?
I heard Zachary.
You heard Zachary, right?
I heard Zachary. I didn't pick up that it was
It's Thackeray. Thackeray. T-H. Thackeray.
Okay.
Weird. What a name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also picked up on just some inconsistencies with the movie. Maybe directing. Like, it just wasn't... The first thing I picked up on is it's Halloween, October 31st, in Salem, Massachusetts, and they have no coats on.
I mean, they're running around with sweaters.
There was some kids trick-or-treating that looked like if that was actually, they'd be freezing. But the average maximum temperature in Salem, Massachusetts in 1993 was 46 degrees. They would have been freezing.
That's pretty cool.
They would have been freezing. And at night, it was 37.
And now, October 31st in 1993 was also not a Friday
It was a Sunday.
As it was depicted in the show.
But I like when things, and I know that's
I completely agree with you.
But get it right.
You know, when I was writing my first novel, that was one of the things I had to do. I had to go back. I looked up the calendar. I looked up what the weather was, because that is all freely available. Now, to be fair, it's all freely available now because we're in the age of the internet. 24 years ago, was it as readily? I mean, you could definitely see the calendar. You could definitely see the calendar.
Temperature? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's all. I mean,
We've known temperature. Yeah, the temperature's been around for a while. Yeah.
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 I think you can go back to like the 1920s with weather. I mean, so it's. I'm just saying, get it right. It bothers me. Small things like that really bother me in a movie.
Now, when this movie debuted, it did not do well. Did not do well at all. It was actually generally considered a bomb. It earned just $39.5 million, which is a huge disappointment for a Walt Disney movie at the time. Nowadays, I think they'd probably be okay with that for this kind of movie, and this doesn't seem like it was a very expensive movie. I think they'd probably be okay with it. It probably earned more nowadays, with ticket sales being what they were. But it didn't help that it was pretty much panned by critics. Here we have a Roger Ebert quote here, saying, "The movie's three bumbling spellcasters don't have personalities, they have behavior patterns and decibel levels." Now, the Associated Press said, "The only real curses in this film will be yours as you walk up the aisle to leave." So in general, what would you say you thought about Hocus Pocus, seeing it for the first time?
I thought it was entertaining. I thought it's a fun movie. You could watch it with your kids. You can watch it by yourself. I mean, hey, it's entertaining. But
I probably watched it by myself once or twice.
But I don't think it's what I have... Like, people have talked this movie up, and I'm like, really? It wasn't that good.
Yeah, after talking it up for so many years, I'm a little disappointed in myself because it's just been so long since I've actually seen it that I just had this idea in my head of, I remember this movie being so good as a child, and now
it's the nostalgia.
It's the nostalgia factor, which is just ruining society.
But I don't have that.
You don't have that.
I'm coming at it with a fresh perspective, and I'm like, it's good. It's entertaining. It's not great.
I still enjoyed it. I'd watch it again.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not saying I didn't like it at all. I'm just saying
it's not.
It was a letdown compared to what I was expecting.
All right, Kim, thank you for joining me today. This has been fun. I'm glad you semi-enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, no, I did.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to head to YouTube and subscribe. You can go to Facebook and like the page, Drunk on Writing. You can go to Twitter and follow me there, Drunk on Writing, no G. And if you really like it and you want to see a ton more videos just like this, or, you know, maybe a little bit different, I'm filming one where I'm going to be sitting in front of a piano, so that's pretty cool. Go to patreon.com/drunkonwriting and give me some support.
All it takes is $1.
Anyways, thank you all for watching. Thank you to all the Patreon supporters. Cheers.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yes. Go out there and get some candy and dress nicely. Send me some pictures. That'd be cool. Yeah, some Halloween shots. All right. And try a pumpkin Russian. It's delicious. Cheers. And keep on riding.
Cheers.